Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. Nation Daily captured Joe Mucheru, ICTCS, as saying this. CS Mucheru, Raila will take it in round 1. We will not require around 2 votes. All indicators are that he will take it round 1. The data we have, the opinion polls available, and many other factors point to that reality. Yes, that's ICTCS Joe Mucheru. So in this video, I want us to put that into perspective to see exactly the games being played here. But before we dig deep into that analysis, in case you've bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. In 2013, Professor Mucheru coined tyranny of numbers, and that was used very effectively to make sure Uhuru and Ruto won. So in 2013, Mucheru was preparing Kenyans psychologically for a possible Uhuru presidency, something Kenyans at that time were not really seeing. And they were not seeing it because all parameters at that time, be it opinion polls, be it real votes on the ground, Raila Odinga was clearly ahead of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And to make matters worse, even for Uhuru Kenyatta, him and his running mate, they had crimes against humanity cases in the Hague-based, or rather the Hague-based court in the Netherlands. They were required there. But with all that, tyranny of numbers was used effectively to make sure they did win. And they won. In 2022, Joe Mucheru is preparing Kenyans psychologically for a Raila Odinga round 1 win. That's what I'm seeing here. Joe Mucheru is actually preparing Kenyans psychologically for a Raila Odinga round 1 win. And Raila Odinga will win in round 1. And not just a win, but a landslide win. He will win. Why am I saying all this? In 2013, opposition's candidate was stronger than the government's candidate. That is a fact. But still, the government's candidate beat a strong opposition's candidate. That is also true. In 2022, if you look at all the parameters, all the opinion polls, if you look at real votes on the ground, in all the regions of Kenya, the government's candidate, in this case, Raila Odinga, is clearly ahead of the opposition's candidate. And already we saw how hard it is to beat a government's candidate. So if in 2013, a weak government's candidate could actually beat a strong opposition's candidate, in 2022, can a weak opposition's candidate beat a strong government's candidate? The answer is a very big no. And this is something some Kenyans are still not seeing. Some are still hiding, maybe in some political cocoon somewhere. Some are still burying their heads in the sand. Raila Odinga will win in round 1, and not just a win, but a landslide win come August this year's election. Why am I saying all this again? Why am I saying this? The day I saw Raila Odinga picking Martha Karua as his running mate, that's the day I knew Raila and Uhuru had looked at their numbers. They had looked at the statistics, and they knew, with or without Kalonzo Musyoka, they were going to win. With or without Kalonzo Musyoka, in fact, they had even factored the worst case scenario, where Kalonzo Musyoka could even team up with William Ruto. But still they knew they were going to beat them. That's the day I was fully convinced that already numbers were adding up for Uhuru and Raila Molo Odinga. Assuming they had picked Kalonzo Musyoka as Raila Molo Odinga's running mate, that would mean that already they had seen numbers not adding up, so they wanted to rely on Kalonzo's campus support to help them beat William Ruto. But the day they actually snubbed Kalonzo Musyoka, already they knew they had the numbers, and indeed they have the numbers. That is one thing that convinced me that this other team of Azimio, already they had factored in and checked their numbers, and numbers were adding up. Look at the mountain political reality on the mountain currently. Raila is steadily rising on the mountain, as William Ruto steadily declines on the mountain. And you know, even from statistics that have been done, Raila only needs 30% of the mountain vote. The ones who will turn out to vote, Raila only needs 30% to win. From the look of things, Raila is not only going to get 30%, but Raila is going to beat William Ruto on the mountain. Raila is going to beat William Ruto on the mountain. And if you look at William Ruto, his main support base, the vote he was hoping to ride on for a serious stab at the presidency, that was the mountain vote. But that mountain vote is now not there. This is why I believe Raila is winning, and winning with a very big margin. Winning with a landslide. Raila is confident, not panicking. Martha Karua is not panicking. The president is not panicking. He's not running around the mountain trying to convince the people, vote for Raila Molo Odinga. Look at William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua. Total confusion. Total panic. Running around every now and then to the mountain. Things are not just adding up. They are panicking. They are seeing themselves losing the mountain vote. They are trying to prevent that loss. But things are actually falling apart. If you look at all parameters, they are all indicating clearly Raila Odinga actually beating William Ruto, and beating him seriously. As I talk right now, there are some Kenyans who still don't get me, they don't get exactly what I'm saying. They don't get what I'm saying. Yes. Let me state it again, and let me say this. William Ruto already knows he's going to lose 2022. Ruto knows that. Raila and his team, already they know they are going to win 2022. They know that. Ruto knows that. And why am I saying Ruto knows he's going to lose? When Ruto was still very high in the opinion polls, when the mountain was still fully behind William Ruto, Ruto used to go around the nation saying, hata wakitaka kuweka Oburu Odinga kama IEBC chairman, hatuna shida, ni watu watamua. That was William Ruto. When the opinion polls were still good, indicating he had absolute popularity across the country, he was still calling himself the mountain kingpin. He used to say, hata kama wataweka Uburu, IEBC chairman, have no problems. What is Ruto saying today? He's complaining there are plans to rig elections. That's what Ruto is saying. They are now accusing IEBC of not being independent. IEBC is being controlled by the government. That's what Veronica Maina, ODA Secretary General, said about 2 weeks ago. But they are accused not even 2 weeks ago, slightly about 1 week ago. In fact, Veronica Maina made it clear that IEBC is being controlled by the government. While all along, when they were still rating very high in the opinion polls, they were pressing Wafula Chebukati and they were actually pressing IEBC. Today they are crying foul. They have already sensed defeat. Things are not adding up. They know they are losing this year's election, but they just want to give their supporters hope. They just want to at least console their supporters. While Ruto knows himself, he is losing this election. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me leave it there for today. In case you've bumped here for the very first time, and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans, our subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. God bless you. God bless Kenya.